talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Tune-up. Hitting cleanup for the Braves, first baseman Matt Olson. Batting fifth, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Hitting sixth, catcher Sean Murphy. What a series he's had, 3 for 6 with a few homers. Right fielder Jared Kelenic is batting seventh. Batting eighth, the shortstop Nick Allen. Batting ninth, left fielder Eli White. And on the mound, Chris Sale, making his fourth start of the year. He is 0-1 with a 6.75 ERA. So again for the Braves, it's Harris, Riley Ozuna, Olson, Albies, Murphy, Kelenic, Allen, White, and Sale on the mound. Now for Kevin Cash's Rays. They are 6-8. They're in last place in the American League East as they're 2 games back of division-leading New York. They'll lead it off with their designated hitter, Yandy Diaz. Batting second, first baseman Curtis Mead, and hitting third baseman Junior Caminero. Batting cleanup, left fielder Christopher Morel. Hitting fifth, right fielder Jose Caballero. Batting sixth, catcher Danny Jansen. Hitting seventh for the Rays, second baseman Coco Montez. Batting eighth, center fielder Jake Mangum. Batting ninth, shortstop Taylor Walls. And on the mound making his season debut is the big right-hander Joe Boyle. So again for the Rays, it's Diaz, Mead, Caminero, Morel, Caballero, Jansen, Montez, Mangum, Walls, and Boyle on the mound. When Darren and I come back, we'll have the first pitch of the game, Braves and Rays, coming up on the Braves Radio Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through April 30th, 2025. Offer entitles $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Shooting drills. A coach who knows the game can teach their team how to improve. But one who genuinely cares about each player
you have what it takes. We got this.
Can inspire them to win. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Things at the ballpark are really heating up. If too much celebrating leaves you in trouble after the game, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds from the stadium to the city, and in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 770-627-3235 or online at atlbail.com.
Atlanta Braves fans, May is Military Appreciation Month, and a great time to show your patriotism by purchasing a VIP table at The Warrior Alliance 4th Annual Veteran Impact Awards and Gala. The event will be held on Thursday, May 22nd at the Coca-Cola Roxy Theater at the Battery Atlanta and features dining, live entertainment, and Georgia-based veterans being honored for the significant contributions they are making in our communities. Purchase your VIP table today or make a donation at thewarrioralliance.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey, Atlanta. You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer. which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Rays wearing their white uniform tops, white pants, navy blue lettering and numerals, and rays across the chest of their white uniforms. Quartet of umpires. Tom Hanahan is behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Chris Guccione is the first base umpire. David Rackley, the second base umpire, and Edwin Moscoso is the third base umpire. Folks, Tire Discounters round trip or home run promotion offers Braves fans a next day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at TireDiscounters.com/Braves. Well, the main talking point for the first two games of this series was the wind. It's a short porch in right field, 314 down the right field line. This ballpark yields lots of long balls, especially to right field. But also there's been the aid of the wind, which has been blowing out to right center very fiercely the first two games of the series. Not the case today. Not much of a breeze at all, at least right now, as the flags in center field are barely moving. So it'll be Michael Harris, Austin Riley, and Marcelo Zuna to the plate. And Joe Boyle, the right-hander, waiting on the green light from home plate umpire Tom Hanahan. He's got it now as Michael Harris climbs in. Joe Boyle, the right-hander, is ready. And now for the ball game. And now, not necessarily for the ball game. They're stopping Boyle. We have a gate open in left field. He was ready to go, then the umpires stopped him.
It's amazing this game's even going to start. There was about 50 people on the field 2 minutes ago as Little Leaguer run out for the Anthem Day. So there were people scattered all over the field.
All right, they've closed the gate. Joe Boyle now ready. And now for the ball game. The first pitch swung on and missed. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So it's Harris, who had a big home run yesterday for the Braves, looking to do the exact same thing here in the first inning, at least get on base and pace the first for the Braves. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Well, there's a called strike. This ball game starting just a tick late at 1:41 Eastern, and the time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms are returning soon to a store near you. 0-2 on Harris. On the pitch on the way from Boyle, swung on and missed. One with a sinker away and one down in the inning. Well, Boyle is a huge right-hander, as Darren was talking about. 6'8", 250. Right-hander from Goshen, Kentucky. He's 25 years old. He's making his season debut, and this is his Rays debut. Last few seasons he's been with Oakland.
Yeah, he's a guy, the sky's the limit. You know, the arm talent is obvious. The fastball here today has already been 98. He can take that up to 101 sometimes.
Climbing in Austin Riley's had a big series, fouls one back 0-1.
This big boy throws extremely hard, so you can see how that'd be enticing for this Rays franchise that specializes in polishing pitchers up and making them, you know, a better product than they came in at.
A one pitch to Riley. That'll be sent foul into the screen. Well, at spring training, Boyle 1-0 with a 3.52 ERA. 5 games, 3 starts, and he started the season with AAA Durham, made 2 appearances there, allowed 2 earned runs in 8 innings. Also had 10 strikeouts and 6 walks, and he last pitched last Sunday. There's a swing and a miss by Riley, and Boyle showing no signs of rust. That was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and back-to-back strikeouts for Boyle.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what he can do as a starting pitcher. That four-seam and that sinker we've already seen also has a wipeout slider that really is a tough pitch to square up, especially when you're talking about that velocity. So the one issue for him has been throwing strikes over the course of his career.
2 up, 2 down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. That'll take a ball inside. Want to remind you to cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. All you have to do is download the Prize Picks app and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly when you play $5. 1-0 pitch is going to miss low. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. So getting back to Boyle, what you mean is you need to be patient with this guy because you might find yourself in counts like the one Ozuna has right now.
Yes, sir.
2-0 pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball away. Would have been ball 3.
And he's going to rack up a bunch of strikeouts. You just can't get discouraged by that. You got to wait him out, make him throw quality pitches. And it's hard enough to hit 99 in the zone, let alone out of the zone.
2-1 from Boyle. Ozuna swings and pops one up right side of the infield, fighting the bright sunshine Curtis Mead. Now he's caught off by the second baseman Montez, and he makes the catch back at the infield cutout down the right field line. So the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Braves nothing, and the Rays coming up when we come back.
I've never felt like this before. It's like you just get me. I feel like my true self with you. Does that sound crazy? And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. Okay, that's it. I'm taking you home with me. I mean, you can't find shoes this good just anywhere. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Will you be okay for the show Saturday?
Yep, look. ZocDoc has a ton of in-network doctors who can see me this week.
This week?
Reviews say Dr. Okami has a great bedside manner. Or Dr. Stafford. Patients say he never rushes appointments and has an opening today.
You should rush to his office.
And booked.
Now I need ZocDoc to find an ear doctor.
You've got options. Book on ZocDoc today.
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Get ready for the new Mega Millions with bigger jackpots more often and get to dreaming bigger. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves nothing, and the Rays up to the plate for the first time here in the final game of the series. It'll be Yandy Diaz, Curtis Mead, and Junior Caminero facing the left-handed veteran Chris Sale. Left-hander out there for the 4th time this season. His first pitch to Diaz from his high and outside on a 1-0 count. The Braves leather has Matt Olson at first base, Ozzie Albies at second, Nick Allen at short, and Austin Riley at third base. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Yandy Diaz. He's been swinging a hot bat this series. He takes a called strike. Braves outfield, Eli White manning left field, Michael Harris patrolling center, Jared Kelnick roaming right, Sean Murphy the catcher, Chris Sale the pitcher. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off over the rooftop along the first base side. And when it comes to the weaponry for Chris Sale, you know all about the fastball and slider, but how much has he been relying on the changeup and sinker as well?
Yeah, he's been throwing a few more changeups this season. About 17% of them. Has dropped his usage of the sinker down to just 3%. So mostly the fastball, slider, change.
Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from Sale. Ripped in the air deep down the left field line, hooking foul. On a 1-2 count.
And he's going to need all those pitches today. The Rays have managed to produce a lineup of 9 right-handed hitters. 7 true right-handed and 2 switch at the bottom. So he's going to need all those pitches to work through this right-handed lineup.
1-2 to Diaz. Fouled back. Well, Chris, no stranger to facing the Rays. He has had 25 career appearances against this franchise. He's gone 11-7 with a 3.04 ERA. He has 206 career strikeouts against the Rays, and the only franchise he has more career strikeouts against is the Tigers by just 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that is hit very well, high in the air to deep right center field. Back to the crowd. This one's going to go and into the seats for a home run. Yandy Diaz with his second homer of the year and his 5th hit of this series. He's now 5 for 10, and it's 1-0 Rays.
Yeah, that one doesn't quite compute to me. I don't think that was a terrible pitch. It was a changeup down and away to a right-handed hitter. Diaz is very adept at going the other way. Yeah, he's got it up a little bit. But we already talked about the short porch here in right field, so Diaz, big, strong guy. He gets that one up into the air, and it's going to go.
So Diaz makes it 1-0 Rays. There's a called strike on Curtis Mead. That home run traveled 392 feet, came off the bat at 105 miles an hour. Out there into those cabanas that they have on the other side of the right field wall. A swing and a miss by Mead. First time we've seen Curtis Mead in the series. He had a huge spring training. He was hitting everything in sight during the spring. But his first appearance in this series, he's batting .211 this season. That'll be sent foul into the seats along the first base line, 0-2.
There were some concerns about Chris Sale's velocity coming into this game. Those have been allayed. The last 2 fastballs have been 97. Those mad balls.
That's a good sign. Here's the 0-2 to Mead. And Mead hits a high fly ball to left. Eli White came in, now goes back. He's under it, makes the catch. Took him a second to find that one. No clouds, not much wind, but bright sun right at his face. 2 down, or rather 1 down, I should say. One nothing Rays with a homer by Diaz. Here's Junior Caminero. Caminero takes a called strike. Caminero homered in the first inning yesterday for the Rays, as they had built up a lead throughout the ball game, and the Braves scored 5 times late and won the game. Called strike on Caminero. Sale 6'6", 180-pound lefty from Lakeland, Florida. 36 years old. 0-2 fouled back. You said something on our open about Chris Sale getting to pitch in his home state.
Mm-hmm.
And now so many times guys will go back to their home state or home city and put up big numbers. And we calculated his strikeouts per 9 in games in his home state compared to the rest of his career, and it's actually higher. 0-2 pitch in the air deep down the right field line and foul. He has a career strikeouts per 9 of 11.1. But in games where he's pitching in his home state against the Rays or the Marlins, as it's a homecoming for him at either place, he's up over 12.
It's a little home cooking for you, Ben. It's hard to get higher than 11.1. That is impressive.
Like a strikeout ear. And a miss with a slider.
You know, he was born in Lakeland, just 50 minutes away from where we sit right now. 39 miles across the state. Went to Florida Gulf Coast, now resides in Naples and Southwest Florida, so he clearly loves the state.
Ground ball past first and a base hit into right field. Junior Caminero able to bounce that between the bag and Matt Olson in the right field for a single. And it's a 1-out hit for the Rays' third baseman. And then brings Christopher Morel up to the plate. Well, to your point, it's an easy place to fall in love with.
Well, thank you, Ben. Thank you. I'm from Jacksonville, just a few hours up the road, so I know how he feels. I didn't choose to live here as an adult, and whenever I do come visit, I wonder why I didn't, because it's just so nice driving, being next to water all the time.
Yeah, the weather's outstanding. Christopher Morel is going to hit a fly ball to right field. Coming in, Jared Kelenic, still sprinting in. He's got it. He's going to fire to first base. Close play. Well, that's whizzed over by the Rays dugout, and that actually leaves the field of play, goes under a chair where the bad boy was sitting, and that's going to give 2 bases to Junior Caminero. He was halfway between first and second, and the throw out of right field by Kelenic trying to double off the runner was a little bit too tall of Matt Olson, and he got leather on it, reaching for it, but he couldn't squeeze it, and that continued to fly over by the Rays dugout entrance. That, maybe if he leaps up into the air at the top of his leap, he can bring it down, but he's trying to keep a toe on the bag in case he snags it.
Yeah. Murph tried to get over there and back it up, but it was coming in hot. He managed to find a little crevice down there.
So now 2 down and a runner at third. The first pitch, Jose Caballero swings that and misses. 2 away, runner at third, 1-0 Rays in the bottom of the first. Pitch to Caballero. He bunts and it goes foul. It's into the screen. He's down 0-2. You'd look at the line for Caballero yesterday, and you'd see a 3-for-4 game, and your assumption would be, man, he had a great day. Well, all 3 times he reached, he was an out on the base paths, and 2 of those times he fell asleep at the switch. Turned into a frustrating day for him. The 0-2 from Sale. In the air, out towards center. Michael Harris coming on, can't get there. That bounces in front of him in left center field. It's a single by Caballero, and it's 2-0 Rays.
These hits, I think, just aren't making sense to me. They don't. Sale just fired the ball back at the Braves dugout in frustration. So you can tell he's frustrated. His last start against the Phillies gave up 9 hits. And they're hitting him around a little bit here. You can tell it's starting to get to him. Now he just chucked the rosin back halfway to second base. He's got to refocus, take a deep breath.
He's at 20 pitches. He's only thrown 2 balls. 18 strikes. Runner goes, pitch on the way, ball outside, and now the exchange is bobbled by Sean Murphy. He wanted to come up and gun down to get Caballero, but couldn't handle it. Danny Jansen with a 1-0 count. Jansen is the 6th Ray to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Rays leading 2-0. Homer, a couple of singles, a stolen base, and an error all here in the inning. 1-0 from Sale. There's a called strike. Got a slider over. Well, you got to be careful with Danny Jansen. You'd look at the numbers and say, why? He's a 133 hitter. But he's been ripping the cover off the ball in this series. 1-1, swung on, miss at a slider. Jansen 3-for-4 in the series. That includes a 2-run home run. He's driven in 4 runs in the series. Also a walk in there. Sale checks the runner at second. 1-2 to Jansen in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. And here in the bottom of the first, the Rays have sent 6 men to the plate and leading 2-0. Lefty Sale brings the 2-2 and just missed the inside corner with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He thought he had the corner. But Tom Hanahan says ball 3. So now it's run full on the Rays catcher, Danny Jansen. And the payoff pitch. And he takes strike 3 on the inside corner. It's a check swing. Wasn't sure if he went, but Tom Hanahan rings him up. And that ends the bottom of the first. But 2 runs for the Rays, including a homer by...
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Keep your air conditioning inside your home. Renewal by Andersen. Limited time offer. $300 off all windows. $825 off patio doors. BestWindowsFlorida.com. License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
And schedule an appointment online at MariettaEye.com. Marietta Eye Clinic. Your vision is our priority.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chris Domino reminding you that Braves coverage starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on the radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and, of course, the Fan app.
Rays picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, only one of them earned. They take a 2-0 lead into the top of the second. It'll be Olson, Albies, and Murphy for the Braves at the top of the second versus the right-hander Joe Boyle. And Olson, 2 for 9 in the series, takes the ball outside. All season long in the second inning, if the Braves steal a base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free Marathon gas cards. And you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. 1-0 pitch. Olson takes the ball high. Ever since Matt signed with the team, he has been in the lineup every single day. In fact, yesterday was his 500th game as a Brave. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Olson. He'll take a called strike. So this is 501. He played 575 with the A's. So by the end of this season, should he stay healthy, be with the Braves more than he was with Oakland. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That'll be punched out to a diving second baseman, Coco Montez, up on his feet and robs Matt Olson. My goodness, what a play. 1 down, and right now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Coco Montez getting some playing time for the first time in the series. And making a great defensive play. Here's Ozzie Albies. Ozzie takes the ball high and outside. That fastball, 98 from Joe Boyle. And as Darren mentioned, it's got a slider, a curve, and a sweeper. But that fastball is eye-popping. 1-0 pitch. Ozzie's able to lob one down the left field line, but foul.
Got an update on that, Ben. First inning, he struck out Michael Harris on a 93-mile-an-hour sinker. And I said, what is that? His sinker is 98. That doesn't make sense. And then I've watched him, and he's jamming the ball into his hand before every pitch. So what he's not throwing a sinker. He's not throwing a splitter. He's throwing the old splinker.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. And a reach and a miss by Ozzie.
There it is.
Right there?
That's it. So the idea is you're throwing something slower than your regular sinker, but faster than a real split. Paul Skeens is the guy that made this pitch famous, when he came on the scene last year. Gives you a little more control of the pitch than a true splitter.
1-2 pitch, low and inside, 2-2.
So for a guy like this, that's, being able to throw that for strikes is going to be a transformative thing, because we talked about how he struggled with his walks. He walks 18% of batters in his major league career. That's almost twice the average.
Base is empty, 1 down, 2-2 to Ozzie. He swings and misses, and that's the pitch right there, the splinker. Well, and that explains why a guy with his stuff who throws as hard as he throws didn't start the season with a big league team.
Yep.
He just needs to tune up the control.
Yeah, they sent him down to Durham. Probably showed him that splinker in spring training, said you're going to work on this, and they're going to see where they can take him. And again, these Rays are just masters at polishing pitching prospects.
2-0 Rays, top of the second. Sean Murphy takes the first pitch strike. Boyle has spent parts of the last 2 seasons with the Oakland A's. Went 5-6 with a 5.23 ERA and 16 appearances with the Athletics. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Murphy takes the ball inside. He was traded here in December, along with Will Simpson, Jacob Waters, and a draft pick for Jacob Lopez and Jeffrey Springs. And the Rays throwed about the arm that they got in Joe Boyle. 1-1 from Boyle. Nub fouled on the first baseline. He's 6'8", like we mentioned. And as the story goes with Joe Boyle, growing up in Kentucky, when he finished the 8th grade, he was 5'11". A year later, when he wrapped up his freshman year of high school, he was 6'4". That's quite the growth spurt over 12 months. and finished at 6'8". Big, tall right-hander. 1-2 pitch. There's a called third strike. Hit the inside corner with a slider. Murphy walks away shaking his head, and the Braves go down in order in the second. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0 Rays.
Mega Millions. Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Need contract help for those workload peaks and backlogged projects? You're not alone. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed said they will increase their use of contract talent. That's why our recruiters leverage their experience and use award-winning AI to quickly find the skilled candidates you want. Learn about our specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, marketing, legal, and administrative support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
It's the baby. It's your first baby. It's pretty incredible standing here among all of our guys. This is why this has all happened. It's a tough game, obviously, the way they came from behind. We
can turn off on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. It's a 2-0 lead for the Rays into the bottom of the second inning. They'll send up Montez, Mangum, and Walls. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Coco Montez is the batter. Made a great defensive play in the top of the inning. Takes the ball high and outside. You're throwing some numbers at me in between innings. Just to really emphasize, number one, Matt Olson's bad luck, and number two, how great a play Montez made defensively. Pitch from Sale, that is high and outside. What was the exit velocity on that one?
So that one was 112.2. That's a hit 7 out of 10 times expected batting average. So a run of bad luck for Matt here in Tampa.
2-0 to Montez. That's in for a strike.
And if you include yesterday, he's 1 for 6, but his 5 outs have all been hit over 100 miles an hour, including that last one at 112, which is ridiculous.
That's rotten luck. Here's a 2-1. Swung on, missed by Montez.
So you got to believe if he keeps hitting the ball that hard, you know, the box score doesn't show it. Keeps hitting the ball that hard, he's going to get lucky more often than not. Those balls are going to find holes when you smoke them like that.
You hit them that hard, you start creating your own luck, don't you?
Absolutely.
2-2, got him looking. Well, that came from down the street and around the corner to clip the outside portion of the plate, and the slider gets Montez looking. 1 down.
If home plate umpire Tom Hanahan continues to give Chris Sale those couple inches off the outside corner, there's going to be a lot of strikeouts today because a veteran pitcher like him knows how to take advantage of that.
That should help him feel a lot better because in between innings, Chris Sale probably wished there was a punching bag in the Braves dugout. It's a ball high and outside of Jake Mangum. I mean, he was spitting vinegar walking off the mound in the first inning. He was not happy. One 0 to Mangum. Slider, good pitch. Buckled his knees, 1-1. Mangum, the switch hitter, he's in center field today. He's going 0 for 5 in the series. Waiting on the 1-1 from Sale. And here it is from Chris. Strike. Slider over the outside corner. And like you mentioned, if that corner's open for business against these righties, Chris is going to settle in just fine.
Yeah, that backdoor slider is a really important pitch for him against righties. And if he's got a little more open real estate over there, he's going to go to the well often.
1-2 to Mangum. That's fouled back. Went to the slider away there. Sale, the 2024 National League Cy Young Award winner, also won a Gold Glove, 8 times an All-Star. And he has 67 strikeouts from 2,500 for his career. Here's the 1-2 to Mangum. And a little squib out to first. To his left, Olson's got it. He'll step on the bag with his right foot. And 2 down here in the second inning.
We are seeing Chris Sale's best stuff early in this game. I know the scoreboard doesn't look like it, but his last start against Philly, he was throwing a lot of fastballs down in the low 90s. We have not seen any of those today. He started at 95, and he's gone all the way up to 97, 98. So he's feeling good in his home ground here in Florida.
Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here's Taylor Walls. There's a called strike. All right, right now, it's in the low 70s. It was 65 when they said play ball, but it's a nice, warm, sunny day. That last outing against the Phillies, overcast day, there's a called strike. It was in the 50s in that ball game. Could the warmer weather and just the overall more appealing weather help with his fastball?
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah, absolutely. Temperature matters, especially for a guy with negative 4% body fat like Chris Sale. He probably chills easily.
There's the 0-2. Comebacker hits Sale in the glove. That's just going to roll free on the grass between the mound and second. The base hit by Walls. Well, if he's able to stab it, it's an easy out. But he got leather on it and it just trickled off behind the mound. That'll extend the inning for Yandy Diaz. Yandy Diaz hit a solo homer to lead off the bottom of the first inning. That was the earned run that Sale allowed in the first inning. The other run was unearned. But the Rays leading 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Pick off over to first base and back in standing Walls. Yandy Diaz, 33 years old. He's playing in the final year of a 3-year deal. There's a guy who has a batting title on his mantle. Really good hitter. Offering to Diaz. He takes a called strike. Really put together. 6'1", 235. And he's been a gym rat throughout his career. Big, strong hitter at the top of their order. 0-1 on Yandy Diaz. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Didn't go, says Chris Guccione, the first base umpire.
It's a real common thread amongst Cuban players, Ben. They're all just absolute units. They love to work out. It's instilled at a young age in them. And you got to take care of your body to be able to play for the national team there.
He's definitely done that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll be grounded foul on the third baseline. He started weightlifting when he was 12 years old. And he's actually been featured in Men's Journal. And not for his baseball career, but for his physique.
I believe it. Play with Aroldis Chapman, another Cuban-born player, and he looked like a Greek god.
There's the 1-2 to Diaz. That'll be fouled off. I think you made the comment to me one time that of all the guys you've ever played with, Chapman may have been the most put-together, in-shape guy that you ever played with.
Yeah, he's an absolute freak. The fastest guy on the field, even though he's a pitcher. The strongest, and he can run for days. You know, normally you get strength and big muscles. You don't have cardio. He can do everything, man. He's a freak.
Diaz not too far behind. Pitch to the plate. Hot shot out to second. Backhanded by Ozzie. Nice pick out there. He throws over to first base for the out. That just about took Ozzie into right center field. But he's able to stand his ground, get the out, and that ends the bottom of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left.
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Keep your air conditioning inside your home. Renewal by Andersen. Limited time offer. $300 off all windows. $825 off patio doors. BestWindowsFlorida.com. License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Into the top of the third, Braves looking for their first base runner of the game. They're trailing 2-0 here at Steinbrenner Field. The Rays scored twice in the first. Meanwhile, the Braves 6 up and 6 down against the big, tall right-hander Joe Boyle. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Ball outside of Kelnick. Joe Boyle out of Notre Dame. Former fifth-round pick of the Reds in 2020. Taking a handful of picks ahead of when the Braves took Bryce Elder. Here's the pitch. And a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was a fifth-rounder. I went back and looked at his college stats. He only threw 34 innings in his last 2 seasons of college. He was a reliever. And then the 2020 season obviously was shortened.
1-1 pitch. Let him slow it inside. I always felt bad for those guys that were in that draft class because they didn't really get a chance to showcase their skills that last year.
Yep.
And for the guys who were drafted, okay, good for them, but they only had 5 rounds of the draft that year.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough one there. But that explains why he fell with his triple-digit arm in the 5th round, because he'd only been a reliever in college.
Just a lot of unknown around him. 2-1 to Kelnick, and Kelnick hits a high towering pop-up to right field. Jose Caballero coming in with the sun glistening off his glasses, makes the catch in shallow right, and 1 down in the 3rd. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing of the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Our final game here in this series. Been good to be back down in Florida for a few days. Of course, we were here for 6 weeks during spring training not too long ago. Nick Allen takes the ball high. And we got to see some of our friends from Northport. It's good to see Art as well as Andrew as they do great work there at the facility in Northport. And they made their way up to watch the Braves today. There's a called strike on the inside corner. Andrew does a wonderful job there as he's one of the guys who runs that facility, especially from a technical standpoint. And then Art, the fine PA announcer there at Cool Today Park. That'll be sent foul. Always good to see our buddies from Northport.
We ran into Mike Dunn also. He runs the whole facility down there.
Yeah, does a great job.
So there might be a few changes coming to the stadium in the near future.
1-2 pitch. Blow it outside. Anytime, I want to start nicknaming Mike Dunn Santa Claus, because anytime I see him, he's bringing us something.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Which is great. He brought us hats and shirts and all sorts of gear.
Very generous.
Such a great crew. Love our spring training home. 2-2, he wipes out Allen. Went down with a slider.
Boy, that's a good slider. 91, going straight down. Allen a little frustrated because home plate umpire Tom Hanahan gave Boyle a slider above the strike zone. And he's thinking, this guy's already hard enough to hit. Now you're giving him 3 inches at the top of the zone. Makes my job even harder.
8 up and 8 down for Joe Boyle. 2-0 Rays in the top of the 3rd. He's Eli White. Eli, good swing, but fouls back a fastball. Trying to get on that heater. Braves and Rays, one final game here at Steinbrenner Field, the spring training home of the Yankees, which is the home of the Rays this season. Eli, soft tapper, left side, charging in from 3rd on the grass. Caminero fires over in time. Just about tumbled as he was throwing across the infield. He was all knees and elbows flying that direction, but somehow the ball came out of there and was accurately delivered to Curtis Mead, and the Braves go down.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only, save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
John Michaels, don't miss Atlanta Braves today and your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets every weekday morning on The Locker Room during our 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Rolling into the bottom of the third inning where the Rays lead the Braves 2-0. Chris Sale gave up a home run in the first inning to Yandy Diaz and also an RBI single to Jose Caballero in the first inning to make it 2-0. And now Curtis Mead, 24 years old from Australia, leads off. Mead is the third Australian-born player to appear for the Rays, including Damian Moss and Grant Balfour, the other two. But a really interesting story on Mead and his family. Now they got into baseball. 1-0 pitch, a miss outside. And it really all stems back to World War II, if you can believe it. His grandfather was a cricket player living in Darwin, Australia. Here's a 2-0 pitch on the way to Curtis Mead as Chris Sale brings it, and that will miss high. His grandfather, a star cricket player, was introduced to the game of baseball by American servicemen stationed in Australia during World War II. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that's high for ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Mead here in the third inning. And finishing the story, his grandfather converted to a baseball player, taught the game to his son, Tim, and Tim played in the Australian Baseball League, and newspapers described Tim as having the Rolls Royce of baseball swings. And he passed that down to Curtis, who's now in the big leagues.
Wow. Take that genetic cricket coordination and apply it to baseball.
Made its way through the genes and down to Curtis. He's at first base. Here's Caminero. Takes the ball inside. Pretty amazing. I think that World War II changed the lives of that entire family.
A couple generations ago.
2-0 Rays. Here it is from Sale. Caminero, bouncer to second. Could be 2. Ozzie to Allen to Olsen. Double play. Needed that. And that was tailor-made. And we'll make that our Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. That's what you want after a leadoff walk.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a nice turn there. Ozzie with a little bit of a low flip, but didn't seem to bother Nick Allen much. Really strong turn.
2 away for Christopher Morel. And he'll take a ball high.
Now I'm curious because I have an uncle that lives in Australia, and Darwin is the capital of Tasmania. You know, the little toenail that hangs off the bottom.
A
little different down there.
1-0 pitch, fouled back into the screen, 1-1.
You know, mainlander Australians look at Tasmanians like they're kind of backwoods folks, as maybe the rest of the country looks at the folks in rural Appalachia.
You and I might fit in very well down there.
Yeah.
Maybe an off-season trip to Darwin?
I've never been. Been to Australia, but I've never been down there. That'd be great.
There's a 1-1 pitch on the way to Christopher Morel. And he'll send one foul. That sounds like a good time. 2-0 Rays as we're in the bottom of the third inning. Morel's had a good series, 3 for 9, including a homer. Did a lot of damage on Friday night. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. The appeal didn't go. And a 2-2 count. Morel growing up, really close friends with former Rays shortstop Willie Adames. Those two are inseparable growing up. There's the 2-2 on the way to Christopher Morel. And a swing and a miss. That's a nasty slider. I don't know what in the world you're supposed to do with that other than swing and miss the way that Morel did. Funny swing. So he faces the minimum in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Got to get Chris Sale some run support. It's 2-0 Rays.
Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals.
Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Want to remind you that you need all the energy you can get for game day. And at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. First pitch to Michael Harris, a miss outside, 1-0. All right, so Boyle has been through the Braves order once, and this starts the second trip to the order, and maybe a little bit change of direction for the Braves bats here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Harris pops one up on the infield. Walls and Caminero fighting the sun. Could be trouble. Walls staggers, almost dropped it. That was in and out of the mitt, and we could see the end of the baseball when he finally squeezed it and secured it. Well, that's a tough Sun field today, 1 down. Austin Riley, the batter. Riley struck out swinging in the first inning, one of the 5 strikeout victims that Boyle has tallied to this point. Riley takes a ball outside.
If Boyle continues to throw quality strikes, it's going to be tough to make an adjustment. I mean, the one bugaboo he's had his whole career is those walks. And if he's not offering those, it's going to be a challenge.
Riley check swing. He went 1-1.
You know, against stuff like this, you're going to have to cut your swing down a little bit. Just try to put the ball in play and let the velocity do the work.
One to Riley. That's in for a called strike. Slider. It's a little breeze out towards center. That picks up for the first time today. First few innings, not much of a breeze, but now starting to move those flags out there. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Riley sends one foul over the Rays dugout. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Ball and 2 strikes on Riley. He is 5 for 10 in the series. Had a big series at the plate. 1-2 high in the air, deep left field. Morel looking up, now to his left, now rolling across the outfield, makes the catch and goes to a barrel roll. Boy, the wind had fun with that. That was way up in the air, and originally Morel was stationed with his heels on the warning track and then started sprinting to his left.
Wow, maybe there's high-level winds up there. That ball went so high. Hit some strong winds. We're not seeing that down here on the field, but that ball really moved.
You know, a ball that high. There's 2 down for Marcell Ozuna. First pitch in for a called strike. A ball hit that high in a major league stadium. Stadium's probably high enough to knock all that high-level wind down. Here, not the case. Once that thing got all the way up to the top of its flight, it started swirling around up there. There's a called strike on Ozuna. 11 in a row sat down by Boyle. And his 0-2. Inside 1-2. 25-year-old right-hander Joe Boyle. B-O-Y-L-E. In search of his 6th strikeout. He's at 44 pitches. There's number 45. And Ozuna bounces one down the third baseline foul. Braves wrap up this series, and then we hop on the plane and head north to Toronto. We'll see the Blue Jays Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at Rogers Center. That'll be a night game Monday, night game Tuesday, then a day game for getaway day on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the Rays stay put. They're right in the middle of a 13-game homestand. They'll see the Red Sox and the Yankees here after the Braves depart town. 1-2 to Ozuna. And he lifts one to right field. Over to his left, Caballero. He's towards the corner. He leaps, and that's out of play. Over the sidewall into foul ground. Wind pushed that one. There's still 1-2 on Ozuna, who slowly walks back down the first baseline towards the plate. Picks up his bat, dusts it off. And he'll be digging back in with a 1-2 count. Rays leading 2-0. Both of their runs came in the bottom of the first inning. Ozuna's front foot up on its tiptoe. He's completely backloaded on that right foot. 1-2 pitch, a reach and a miss and a slider for strike 3. So that's 12 in a row sat down by Joe Boyle to begin the game. And half of those guys have gone down on a strikeout.
SpringFest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready to take a swing at Base Balderdash? Today's phrase is cup of coffee. Do you know what it means? Cup of coffee. A short time.
Finn here. Don't miss Atlanta Braves today and your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Still 2-0 Rays here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Great to have you with us. Hope you've had a really good weekend and a good Sunday wherever you're tuning in from. We're glad to have you. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you for the rubber game of this series. Jose Caballero leading it off. He had an RBI single in the first inning. He'll take a ball high and outside. Braves trying to do something that they've not been able to accomplish all year. That's win back-to-back games. Winning yesterday 5-4 in comeback fashion. And also, if they can accomplish that, that'd be back-to-back series victories. 1-0 to Caballero. One of them is high and outside. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Rays in the Tidal Wave Auto Spy inning. More on that after the 2-0 pitch on the way to Chris Sale, or from Chris Sale to Jose Caballero. Here it is. Not a miss inside. Tidal Wave is making Braves country clean card country all season long. And if the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, or today I should say in this case, Tidal Wave will offer half off the Best Watch membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Here's the 3-0 from Sale. That's outside. Leadoff walk. That's exactly what he did to lead off the third inning, walking Meade, but then got Caminero to hit into a double play.
Yeah, that's really uncharacteristic for Chris. You know, the 2 walks, especially leadoff walks, he's only issued 1 walk before today this season. So he's a guy that's normally around the strike zone.
Danny Jansen, the batter. Right-handed hitter, no batting gloves. Golf over to first base. And back in over there standing Caballero. Speaking of pickoffs, I know you spoke with Dylan Lee.
Yeah.
Who was called for a balk yesterday. And he maintains he went back to watch it and says, that wasn't a balk.
Adamant. There was no balk, he said.
Pitch to Jansen. In for a called strike.
Yeah, there's a rule that the left-hander's front leg, his right leg, cannot cross 45 degrees in relation to the mound. And Dylan went back and watched it. He said he did not. It's hard to see from where we are, but I thought it might be a balk because he deked Matt Olson as well at first base.
Oh, one to Jansen. Popped up, spinning back and foul out of play, 0-2.
And luckily he was able to work out a situation that run did not score. But just another hurdle you have to jump over as a relief pitcher is dealing with what you consider to be a missed call.
Now, all's well that ends well. The Braves won yesterday. Trailing 2-0 today as we're in the bottom of the fourth. 0-2 to Jansen. And he missed low. Jansen ripping the bat. He, like Braves catcher Sean Murphy, wearing corrective lenses when they step out onto the field. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Jansen. Runner goes, pitch on the way, spoiled foul into the seats down the right field line. Jansen wears a pair of clear framed glasses. When he first realized he was experiencing blurry vision during a night game about 9 years ago when he couldn't make out the information on the scoreboard. When got the eyes checked, he's been playing with glasses ever since. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive down the left field line, a foul ball. Hooked it.
Well, that's hard to believe. He didn't notice it when he was standing in the box facing 95.
Maybe it all looked like a blur.
Heck, maybe.
Then it dawned on him, man, I can't see what the score is out there.
See.
It's made a difference for Sean Murphy here lately, that's for sure. See if Caballero takes off again. Got a good lead over there. There he goes. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And it bounced away from Murphy. Down to second base for Jose Caballero with a stolen base. A strikeout of Jansen as he walks back to the dugout. These Rays like to run, don't they?
They sure do. Yeah, as of yesterday, they were 4th in the major leagues in stolen bases with 18 and added 1 yesterday, so 19. Now they've added, I believe, 2 more here today. So something the Braves are going to have to control here as this game progresses.
2-0 Rays. Bottom of the fourth. Montez swings and misses. First pitch slider. Coco Montez, 28 years old. His given name is Robert Patrick Montez. Coco, a nickname. And he garnered the nickname Coco after he was born with a full head of hair that his mother shaved off. And his grandfather then started calling him Cocalizo, which loosely translates to coconut, which is slang for a bald person.
That's great.
And Coco stuck. 0-1 on the way to Coco Montez. Now Sale turns around, looks back the runner to second base.
Shaved it off.
Shaved it all off.
I thought you'd be proud of a nice full head of hair on a baby. Make him look less like an alien.
Or in this case, a coconut. Big lead at second base by Caballero. Sale to the plate. Looped in the air, out to right field. Then he'll splash in for a base hit down the right field line. Caballero makes the turn at third. They don't trot to the plate and score. RBI single by Coco Montez. And it's 3-0 Rays here in the fourth.
The last inning, Sale was able to coax a double play to erase the leadoff walk, but this inning came back to bite him. We talked about the running game. The Braves really have to control. They can't give up 90 feet at will whenever a fast Rays runner gets on. Sean Murphy was able to throw a runner out, throw Caballero out yesterday, but these pitchers got to help them out a little bit, hold them close, vary their timing, be quick to the plate.
So basically took that leadoff walk, turned it into a double.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the little dunk base hit to right scores him easily.
1 on, 1 gone for Mangum. Runner on the move, pitch fouled back. Well, they're wasting no time. Montez was heading down to second, but a 0-1 count now on Mangum. Mangum 0 for 1 with a ground out. Kickoff of it to first base. Back in standing Montez. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Ben and Darren with you from Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, where the Rays lead the Braves 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. No balls at a strike. Check swing. It rolls through Murphy and all the way to the backstop and down to second base for Coco Montez. And I'd love to tell you if that was a wild pitch or a pass ball, but we had fans passing right in front of our window, and I didn't even see where the ball went.
I think that's going to be a pass ball. I think Murphy is so keyed in on the base runners, catching them stealing, that he just forgot to catch that one.
It is officially a pass ball. Montez down to second. 1-1 to Mangum, and a swing and a miss over the top of the slider. So make it a 1-2 count now on Jake Mangum. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Rays. Nothing for the Braves. Not even a base runner yet. One-two from Sale. Strike 3. Swung on and missed at a slider. So the slider fans Jake Mangum. 2 down here in the inning. That brings Taylor Walls up to the plate. Walls batting 9th in the order. He's a switch hitter, but he's 3 for 7 in the series. He's got really good speed. He's a pretty tough little number 9 hitter. Sale at 71 pitches as he continues to work here in the fourth. There's a pop-up, foul territory. Olsen over to his left next to the side wall, out of room. That'll land about 5 rows deep just beyond the Rays dugout. If he can't get Walls, it's back to the top of the order to Yandy Diaz. 3-0 Tampa Bay in the bottom of the fourth. Sale set right at the belly. Lean left-hander, a glance back to second. 0-1 pitch to the plate, and there a called strike.
You mentioned the tough number 9 hitter. This Rays team, this franchise has really done a great job of putting a good team on the field by zigging when other teams are zagging, and I think they're doing that this year. They're second in the league for fewest strikeouts. So, no strikeouts, make contact, steal bases. That's what they're going for this year.
0-2 misses low. You're going to win a lot of games doing that.
Yeah, I mean, they've coming into the game yesterday, 92 strikeouts. Braves had 30 more than that. So that's 10 free innings of outs. You're not even putting the ball in play. And the Braves are actually cutting down on strikeouts from last season. So the Rays taking a little different approach, trying to zig, like I said, when everybody else is zagging.
1-2 to Walls. And misses low. Nothing can happen if you strike out.
Yeah, it's really no value to it unless the ball gets past the pitcher, and that's hard to count on, or past the catcher, and that's hard to count on.
3-0 Rays, bottom of the fourth. Here's the 2-2. Reach and a miss. Struck him out with a changeup. So back-to-back strikeouts for Sale versus Mangum and Walls. But he gives up 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a man left. 4 innings in the books.
SpringFest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Now. We enter the top of the 5th inning where the Rays lead the Braves 3-0. The Braves haven't had as much as a single base runner in the game. It's been 12 up and 12 down by Joe Boyle. He's at 47 pitches as he goes to work here in the top of the 5th versus Matt Olson. And the first pitch to Matt will miss high and outside. Boyle made 2 appearances in AAA prior to coming up for this outing. 73 pitches on April 1st, 79 on April 6th. 1-0 pitch will miss low. And through today's action, 49 pitches. Still hasn't gotten to a 3-ball count. It's a 2-0 count now on Olson. Hopefully the Braves can make him work, drive up that pitch count, maybe get to him, but no luck yet. 2-0 pitch in the air towards center field. Charging in Mangum. He goes into a feet-first slide and makes the catch to rob Matt Olson. And Matt just can't buy a break no matter what he does.
Gosh, yeah, that was a nice swing. Matt's seen him pretty well. Hit, as we mentioned, his first at bat, he grounded out on the ball. It was 112 off the bat and had a 7 out of 10 chance of being a hit. So, yeah, a little run of bad luck here for him.
Nice read by Mangum coming straight in. 1 down for Ozzie Albies. Boyle back to work. Misses outside Ozzie. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Rays. No runs, no hits for the Braves. 1-0 is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. No finals around the league yet. Most of the ball game on the schedule today up and going. The one late game tonight, Dodgers at home against the Cubs. Well, that was a rout last night. 2-0 pitch fouled off of the plate.
I saw that. Had a Miguel Rojas pitching for the Dodgers, I heard.
Uh-huh.
And imitating his teammates' deliveries on the mound in a major league game.
Guess he's trying to make the most out of a bad situation.
Just goofing around, having a little fun.
They lost 16-0 to the Cubs last night. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Picks the ball high. That was the largest shutout defeat in Dodgers history at home.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah, it goes back a long time. There's the 3-1. That's low ball 4.
There we go.
So Boyle, whom you mentioned, can have spells where he struggles with the command, finally blinks here in the top of the 5th inning. First base run of the game for the Braves.
Yeah, thus far he's been pretty tough, making a lot of really good pitches with his elite arsenal. So maybe that's a little sign of some things to come.
Now it's Sean Murphy to the plate. Runner at first, 1 out. Murphy takes a called strike. Phillies are playing the Cardinals. Rubber game at Busch Stadium today. That's a scoreless game in the 3rd. Nationals leading the Marlins 3-1. That game's in the bottom of the 4th. Mets play this afternoon in Sacramento against the A's. Check swing, Murphy win. And those scores and updates are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 0-2 now on Sean Murphy. It's 3-0 Rays here. And the Braves hoping to get something going in the top of the 5th. Ozzie, good lead at first base, held by Curtis Mead. And the 0-2 pitch. Murphy sends one foul into the Braves dugout. Good snag by Austin Riley over there over the railing. Lobs it to a fan in the front row who reaches up with his glove and snags it. His day just got better. 0-2 now on Murphy. Pitch from Boyle. Chase to a miss and a slider for strike 3. That's now 7 strikeouts for Boyle. Jared Kelenic 0 for 1 with a pop out to right field. There goes Ozzie. The pitch swung on, missed. Throw down by Jensen is a little bit late. Stolen base by Ozzie Albies. And for Ozzie, that is his 2nd steal in as many tries this season. Well, if he can just get a 2-out knock driving Ozzie and just start chipping away. Be nice to get 1 run right here. A 1 to Kelenic. Way outside. Missed with a sinker. Kelenic 1 for 4 in this series coming into the game today. So now altogether 1 for 5. 1-1 and he connects in a high fly ball to center. Mangum going to drift back. Still drifting almost to the warning track. He's under it. And that's as far as it goes. He makes the catch in deep left center field for out number 3. Braves get a walk and a stolen base. Nothing beyond that. We enter the bottom of the 5th upon our return. 3-0.
Springfest at Lowe's means can't miss savings for your home and lawn. Right now, buy 3 bags, get 3 free on Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil. Plus, buy 2, get 1 free on select exterior paint and stain via mail-in rebate. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mistints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast.
Same insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Rays 3, Braves nothing. Bottom of the 5th. And the top of the order due up for the Rays, starting with Yandy Diaz, who's 1 for 2 with a homer. Chris Sale, 76 pitches. And his first bullet fired in the inning. Looked like a good pitch, doesn't get the call. And a disappointed Chris Sale walks back up the front slope of the mound, gets ready for his second pitch. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Rays. No runs, no hits for the Braves. 1-0 pitch. There's a good pitch on the inside corner. Got a slider over, 1-1. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Big crowd here in Tampa for a stadium that seats just over 11,000. 1-1 pitch. Diaz lunges and misses a slider. 1-2. Two from Sale. Gonna miss low and inside. Well, we've been talking about this stadium and how it's a spring training facility for the Yankees, but now it's the home of the Rays this year due to the hurricane damage sustained to the Tropicana Field back last year. So they're playing their home games here for 2025. There's the 2-2 that'll miss outside. And they've done a nice job of this place, given the situation and the circumstances. A tip of the cap to all the folks with the Rays, who have done their best to try to make this feel as much like a big league ballpark as they can. Nice crowds, nice weather. 3-2 pitch on the way to Yandy Diaz. That'll be sent foul. If you're going to be coming here, this is the time of the year to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get a month, 2 months down the road, going to be raining about every day.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty warm, too. You might need to bring an IV to the game. Hook yourself up to make it through a 9-inning game here in August. It's going to be a little toasty.
3-2 to Diaz. This time a leadoff walk, and Sale is furious. Boy, he just took the ball with his left hand and punched himself in the side of the head with it. I think he wants to take a bite out of his glove right now. I mean, he is all sorts of mad. Picked up the rosin bag, slammed it down. That's about as furious as I've seen a ball player in a while.
And, I mean, I was taught to not show emotion on the mound because the other team thinks they've beaten you, but I personally love it.
Curtis Mead swings and misses. I mean, taking the ball and smashing it into the side of your skull. You got to be mad to do that.
We had Ken Giles last year, but he famously punched himself in the jaw after a bad outing.
One from Sale. There's a called strike.
So he's showed emotion, then he follows that up with a 98 and a 97-mile-an-hour heater. Just, here you go, Curtis Mead, see if you can hit this.
Yeah, I don't want to be climbing in facing anybody after they just punch themselves in the side of the head. No, thank you. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Mead. Missed high with a fastball. I mean, if you're Sean Murphy, you just buckle up because you know the heat's coming. He got a few angry balls he's got to get out of his system.
I've noticed Murphy throwing heat back to Sale today. A couple times you can hear the pop of Sale's mitt on the effects mic.
1-2. Came inside and hit him with a slider. Got him in the leg. That'll put runners at first and second. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
3-0 Rays. Runners at first and second. No one out for Caminero. He hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the third inning. Could really go for one of those right here. Pitch number 88 from Sale. Slider misses low. Ball and no strikes. Sale trying to settle back in. I swear, man, he had steam coming out of his ears just a moment ago. 1-0 pitch. And that misses low. 2-0. Inning has started with a walk and a hit batter. And the 2-0 pitch. Cut that loose. Swings and misses at a fastball. 2-1. Sale's 2-1. Tipped into the mitt for a strike. Fastball 96. Well, if anything would make Sale feel better right here, it'd be a strikeout. He just wants to do that and cut loose some frustration. But this is 3 innings in a row. He's walked the leadoff man. Just so unlike Chris. Just fighting to find his stuff, get his location. 59 strikes, 32 balls. And his 92nd pitch of the game going to be fouled off. Meanwhile, Pierce Johnson is throwing in the Braves bullpen.
We talked about how much harder he's throwing today. Maybe those walks are a result of him trying to get that maximum velocity back to where it was last year. You don't know, but it is very out of character for him to issue walks.
And you can understand his frustration. 2-2 pitch, check swing, got him. Came back with a slider and gets Caminero 1 down. Now it's Christopher Morel up to the plate. What's the angriest you've ever seen a player on a field in a game that you're involved in, be it a teammate or an opponent?
Ooh. I mean, it has to be an ejection, right? Because if you get so angry you lose it, you're out of the game. Give me a second to think. Oh, no. Brett Gardner. Every time he played. And I played against him for a long time, and he was notorious for, he hated umpires. And if he got called out, on strikes looking, it was never a good call. So he'd go back to the dugout, demolish the bat rack. He started this habit when he was older of just banging his bat against the top of the dugout for like 2 minutes after he didn't like a call. Do you remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
And it was so obnoxious. He was a character, though, man.
Christopher Morel, the batter. Morel sends one foul.
You hate it playing against him, but then I was his teammate for one season, and I absolutely loved him. But he's a maniac.
Yeah.
So it'd be Brett Gardner every time he played.
Well, it's a game where you fail so much more often than you succeed, and you can understand guys over the course of a long season blowing some steam, doing their best to be the best that they can be. Pitch misses high. And in Chris's case, look, Chris is one of the best pitchers of this generation. And he's used to being that good every 5 days. So if he has a day like today where uncharacteristically walking batters, that's going to just fire him up. He's not used to that. But it takes that kind of tenacity to be the competitor that he is. 1-1 low and inside. In other words, what he expects from himself is what drives him to greatness.
Right. And he knows the team's record. He knows how much a win today would mean. Probably frustrated his last outing, was a victim to some bad umpiring. Had some mixed results today behind the plate from Hanahan.
2-1 pitch, backdoor slider misses, 3-1.
And then, as I said at the time, those hits in the first inning didn't make sense to me. They were all really good pitches, aside from the home run. They just didn't really add up. So I think he's feeling like he has to strike guys out now to get them out.
3-1 count. Here it is to Morel, and that's going to be lifted in the air to shallow right field. That'll dunk in for a base hit. Around third comes Diaz. No throw. He will score. 4-0 Rays. Morel fired up, clapping his hands together, standing at first base. And the Rays tack on another tally and lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And here comes Brian Snitker. So a frustrating day for Sale. This inning started with him fuming after walking Diaz, and you can certainly understand the frustration for this great left-hander. And Snit takes the ball from Sale, and the Braves make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. We'll introduce you to Pierce Johnson when we come back. 4-0 Rays in the...
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then You get into the all-new Nissan Murano, and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof, while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather-appointed seats are available features.
It's a cold day here in Alaska, but there's one animal seemingly unaffected. Bright-eyed and determined enters the husky. Observe as they go up the mountain, guided by pure instinct. They are truly amazing masters of this wilderness. But even these amazing pets can't sign up for Lemonade Pet Insurance. You can. Sign up now at lemonade.com/amazing.
Pitched 4 runs, 3 of those earned. On to relieve him, the right-hander Pierce Johnson. Pierce worked in game 1 of the series, throwing 2/3 of an inning and yielding 1 run. This will be his 6th appearance of the season for the right-hander, looking to shut down this rally.
Jose Caballero is going to climb in. He has singled, he's walked, stolen a base, stolen 2 bases actually, scored a run. Takes the ball low and outside with a curveball. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. And a 4-0 lead for the Rays in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wind is now blowing out to right field as fiercely as it was in the first 2 games of the series. 1-0 to Caballero. Missed the inside corner with a curve. Bearded right-hander Pierce Johnson. Dirty blonde hair flipping out of the back of his Navy cap. Comes set right at the tomahawk, and the 2-0 pitch on the way to the right-handed hitting Jose Caballero. Here it comes, and it finds its mark. Curveball over 2-1. Front door curveball. It's in for a strike.
If you think Sale was mad when he was pitching, when he realizes 2 out of his 3 leadoff walks scored, I'm even more mad.
Yeah.
A team like the Rays that run so well, you just can't give out those free passes early in the inning.
There's 2-2 to the plate. That's hit well out towards center field. Michael Harris over to his right. Michael under it. He comes together with Eli White, and Eli makes the catch. That could have been dangerous. And secondly, it could have led to a ball that was dropped out there. But they came together, and Eli is the one who came away with it. I don't know how. Eli darted right in front of Michael. Two down. Just glad they didn't collide out there. That'll be fouled back by Danny Jansen.
You expect something like that to happen in a loud stadium, maybe like the Rogers Center in Toronto where we're going next. But here, you know, it's not a huge stadium. It only holds about 10,000 people. A lot of them just enjoying the beautiful day.
2 down for Jansen. And the 0-1 pitch. That will miss. Yeah, in a ballpark like this, you'd expect even us here in the booth to be able to hear who's calling them off.
Yeah.
Four 4-0 Rays, bottom of the 5th inning. Jansen 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1-1 fouled back into the screen, 1-1. Danny Jansen, the catcher for the Rays. His dad was a catcher. His father, Steve, played in junior college and was a catcher and then became a coach. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Danny Jansen from Pierce Johnson. Righty deals and a swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball. That ends the bottom of the 5th inning, but another run for the Rays, this time on the single by Morel. We've wrapped up 5. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, and it is 4-0 Tampa Bay.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment.
Lowe's is the destination for Ego outdoor power equipment this spring. See what's new and exclusive, like the 17-inch string trimmer with Line IQ technology that auto-feeds to save you time, and the 22-inch Select Cut self-propelled mowers with a multi-blade system for precise cutting. Shop Ego Days, happening now during Spring Fest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast.
Through 5, and here in the top of the 6th inning, it'll be Allen, White, and Harris. And this is the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And if the Braves hit a home run this inning, Carol Waller out of Statesboro, Georgia, won $3,100. Nick Allen takes a called strike. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery today could be the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. They appeal. Didn't go. And a 1-1 count on Nick Allen. How about the way he's been swinging the bat in this series? 3 for 5.
Yeah, he looks great. He had a big day yesterday. Really sure-handed defensively, so any contributions you get from him on the offensive side are icing on the cake.
1-1 outside, 2-1. Braves have had one base runner, but still looking for their first hit. Joe Boyle at 65 pitches. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. That'll be sent foul into the seats. I know it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning, and you only win if there's a homer, but the way things are going right now, I'd make it the Georgia Lottery base hit inning.
Yeah.
Just get a knock of any kind. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Came inside and got him. Slider clipped Nick Allen. He doesn't seem to be phased. Sheds the batting gloves and the shin guard, and he's at first base with a leadoff hit by pitch.
There you go. Maybe, he's been pretty dominant thus far, Joe Boyle. So we're hoping for some wildness to get this Braves rally going.
Allen down there having a conversation with Curtis Mead. Eli White takes a ball low. Mead probably doesn't mind having the company. He's been pretty lonely over there all day. One of the second base runner of the game for the Braves. Now pitching coach Kyle Snyder's going to trot out there. We're talking about that upcoming series in Toronto that starts tomorrow night. Tomorrow, game 1, the Braves are scheduled to send out Grant Holmes. That'll be a 7:07 Eastern first pitch. Game 2 scheduled to be Spencer Schwellenbach. He goes in the Tuesday ball game. Now Wednesday to be announced. And maybe that gets announced sometime tomorrow, but we speculate, Darren and I do, completely unofficially.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
That it could be Spencer Strider.
Could be.
It might not.
Yeah.
But it might be.
Yeah, I assume if he came out of his last dominant rehab outing feeling good, he's an option for that day for sure.
That would make that a really good day. Here's Eli White. Runner goes, pitches a ball. Throw down by Jansen into center field. Off of the races, Nick Allen to third base. They don't go in standing. They put a little bit of pressure on Boyle. And a stolen base and an error, have a runner at third base.
A little taste of their own medicine. That's another facet of Nick Allen's game that you got to love. He's got some wheels. So if he does get on base, he can take advantage of that.
Really enjoying his game. So he's at third. Now 2-0 count on Eli White. Pitch to Eli. That'll be swung on, fouled back. Rays 4, Braves nothing. And a base hit right here could knock out two birds, one stone. First hit, first run. 2-1 is low. Good eye laying off the fastball. 3-1. Boyle still throwing 98, by the way. He's at 71 pitches. Hitters count 3-1. Swung on, sent foul into the seats along the first base line. Well, you'd love to get White aboard. For obvious reasons, you get a base hit, you get a run. But also, another element of that would be if he can get on base, you'd have equally as good of wheels as Nick Allen aboard for the top of the order. Michael Harris on deck. 3-2, hanging alive, fouling back a fastball at 99.
I was personally hoping he would take a walk. That 3-1 pitch was a ball. A lot of guys do have a history of walks. As soon as they hit a batter, walk a batter, kind of start going downhill in their own minds.
3-2, ball 4, nowhere near. Emphasizing your point.
Yeah. Sometimes when you know your only shortcoming is throwing strikes, it makes it even harder. Your forearm muscles start tensing up. And you make it even harder on yourself to throw strikes.
Well, he's been through the order twice. He's yet to give up a base hit, and he will not continue. Here comes Kevin Cash. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Runners at first and third, no one out. Rays leading 4-0. And the Rays fans rise to their feet and applaud Joe Boyle, coming off the mound after 5 innings plus 2 batters of no-hit baseball.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. So right now, you can get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you purchase 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances, $396 or more. Explore more great deals now during SpringFest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid 4/3 through 4/16. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, Afoxolaner, Moxidectin, and Pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to...
Is how doers get more done.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour at Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Well, top of the 6th here. We got Braves on the corners and no outs. Rays starter Joe Boyle is out, even though he had a no-hitter going. Kevin Cash, Rays manager, seen enough, brings on one of his best relievers, left-hander Mason Montgomery.
Left on left versus Michael Harris. Now the first pitch on the way from Montgomery to Harris. Lefty kicks and fires. Swung on, missed. First pitch slider. Michael's heroics put the Braves on top yesterday. He had a 2-run home run in the 9th. That gave the Braves a 5-3 lead. They won 5-4. Now turning to Michael Harris to drive in the first run of the game for the Braves. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball out to first and foul. Turned on that slider. Allen was breaking for the plate, but it's 0-2.
We went from a righty throwing 98 to 100. Now we have a lefty, Mason Montgomery. Fastball average is 99.2 miles an hour. He's a young buck. He's only thrown in 14 major league games, but he's a tough one.
Just took time to retie his left shoe. Now he's ready. Eli White at first, Nick Allen at third, no one out. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. High ball 1. Michael with his neon green spikes on, matching the neon green batting gloves. 0 for 2 in this game, 2 for 6 in the series. Steadies the bat. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball out to second base. Montez to second. They get one. Over to first. Bang, bang. Michaels in there safely. And a run scores. Good hustle by Harris. Digging it out. Staying out of the double play. Runner at first, one down, and it's now a 4-1 game. So the Braves still without a base hit. But they do have a run. And that brings Austin Riley up to the plate. Now the Braves going to look at the out at second base. Might have something here. Brian Snitker is going to challenge whether or not Eli White was actually out at second. That was the lead out. It was the only out on the play. And the Braves will challenge the play at second base.
I wonder, I mean, if his foot was on the base. No question the ball beat him to second, but Walls might have vacated second base before he was in possession of the ball.
It's really, really close, but I think the foot was still on the edge of the bag with the ball in the glove. I mean, for a split second, that overlapped. That would have been something if he came off the bag before the ball hit the glove, but with what we just saw, just for a split second, ball's in the glove with the foot on the bag. You know what would be interesting, and maybe it's happened before, but what if you had a play just like that, double play, where they got both ends of the call wrong, and one team challenged the play at second, and the other team challenged the play at first, and they flipped it.
Yeah, I mean, that first base play was very close as well.
Right. All right, the call has been confirmed at second base. So it's a fielder's choice for Michael Harris and an RBI. And for Harris, that's his 6th RBI of the season. The play goes 4-6 at second base to get Eli White and Nick Allen scoring. So now it's Riley to the plate. Braves down by 3 runs. Pick off over to first base, and Harris back in with a dive. Still looking to put something in that hit column. Pitch to Riley. He swings and misses over a slider. That run charge to Boyle. A 1 for Montgomery. Riley a swing and a miss over a slider again. He's a slider slinging machine, Montgomery.
Yeah, he sure is using that pitch a lot. He's got one of the best fastballs in the league. A lot of induced movement, so it really stays true at the top of the zone. But he's
0-2 in the dirt with another slider.
So his average fastball is 19.5 inches of induced break. So average is right around 16. So that ball is 3.5 inches higher than where the hitters expect it to be because it's resisting the drop of gravity. And that's a huge asset at the top of the zone for swings and misses and strikeouts.
I've got a question about that number after this pitch. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Austin Riley. Long pause by Montgomery. Here it comes. That'll be fought off foul. What is the number for Spencer Strider? Because we talk about his pitch, his fastball doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, it jumps around, a little bit. I think Spencer is something he's really worked on. I would guess, without looking at it, he's probably in the 18s with some 19s and some 20s.
1-2, yanked down the left field line, hooking foul. Just wanted it by comparison. I know you probably didn't have that up on your screen.
So Spencer Schwellenbach is this year he's in the 17s on average, so he's upped it a little bit from last year. So his fast four seam has a little better shape. You saw that in his start against the Marlins where he was just throwing it by guys.
Pick off over to first base, back in standing Harris. And another guy who doesn't necessarily throw as hard as those guys, but Dylan Lee's fastball can have some deception to it. It's just about putting it in the right place. Ball and 2 strikes on Riley. There goes Harris. Pitch on the way. Swung on, miss. Throw down to second by Jansen. 1-hop throw not in time. Stolen base for Michael Harris as Austin Riley strikes out.
So last season, Spencer wasn't healthy. He only had 17 inches of induced vertical break on his average fastball. Year before, 23 was about 18 and a half.
Okay.
So this guy's got a full another inch to it.
So he's got all that, and yet he's throwing slider after slider after slider. It's up to Marcell Ozuna with 2 down and a runner at second, trying to cut the lead in half with a base hit. Ozuna takes the first pitch strike. Out of the outside corner with, you guessed it, a slider. Michael Harris, all dusty out there at second with dirt all over the front of his uniform after a head first slide a moment ago. 0 to Ozuna, hit in the air foul into the seats down the right field line. That pitch came in at 100, so there's his heater.
I feel like all we've seen this series is home runs and stolen bases.
Yeah.
Both teams doing a good job of both of those.
0-2 with 2 down. The pitch to Ozuna. Ground ball out to third. It's off the glove of Caminero, rolling out to the shortstop walls. He recovers, throws over, not in time, but Ozuna was really hobbling down the line. And he seems to be banged up out there at first base, favoring his leg as he's going down the line. Second and third for Harris. It'll be a base hit, but after what we just saw them going down the first base line, you'd imagine they'd think about running for him.
Yeah, he's hurting. I said that in his last at bat to you. I don't think I said it on air. It looked like he was limping on a couple foul balls where he had to start out of the box.
Yeah, he was really hobbling down the line. So now Matt Olson up to the plate. They'll stick with Ozuna out there. First pitch to Olson. There's a ball high. I think they just went E5 on that play. So the Braves still don't have a base hit. Yep, an E5. Pitch to Olson. Olson with a fly ball to deep left field. Burrell back. Lots of thrust on this one. And right off the top of the wall. They throw to the cutoff man. They hit the third baseman. And Ozuna is barely in there. Matt just missed a homer by an inch or two. A run scores, and it's a 4-2 game. But a missile right off the top of the left field wall. And the Braves have him in the corners. I don't know how Ozuna just went first to third, hill striking like that all the way down to second to third base.
We talked about early in the game how hard Olson's been hitting the ball this series, and finally hits one where they ain't.
Now the Braves are going to have the umpires look at this and see if it's actually gone. Oh, no, it's right at the top of the wall. I mean, the very top of the wall. It came back to Morel.
Yeah, it hit that. You know, the outfield wall padding is backed by plywood, and it hit right at the top. When you hit it at the top of that wall, right at that wood padding border, you can get funny bounces, and it died and came right back to Morel.
That'll bring Kyle Snyder, the pitching coach, out there. If I'm Matt Olson, I'm looking at my day's work and thinking I should be 3 for 3 with a bomb. Instead, he's 1 for 3 with a single. Because his at bat in the second inning, he had an exit velocity of 112, and the second baseman, Coco Montes, made a spectacular play to rob Matt. Then he hit the dying Quail to center field in the 5th inning, and Jake Mangum came in, made a feet-first sliding catch for out number 2 in that inning. And then that play right there, he just missed a home run by an inch. 1 more inch on that probably bounces over the wall. Right off the top of the wall and out of the play. So take what you get. That's the first hit of the game for the Braves. Here's Ozzie Albies. It's a 4-2 game. First pitch to Ozzie. He'll flip one in the air to center field. That's going to drop in. Able to dink a flare out there into center field. Ozuna scores. It's a 1-run game. RBI single by Albies. Down to second base for Olson. And the Braves finally coming to life here in the top of the 6th inning versus Montgomery. Now it's Murphy to the plate, who's been swinging the best stick of them all. 2 down, tying run at third base. Go-ahead run at first. And Murphy takes a called strike. It was 4-0 Rays entering the top of the 6th inning. And the Braves have sent 8 men to the plate. 3 runs have scored. Murphy looking to drive in a run right here. 0-1 pitch and a bouncer out to third. Caminero charges. He gloves on the fair side of the bag with his foot on the bag and gets the force out of Matt Olson. That's out number 3. But the Braves surge back with a 3-run 6th inning and able to make this a tight ball game once again. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
Springfest at Lowe's means can't miss savings for your home and lawn. Right now, buy 3 bags, get 3 free on Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil. Plus, buy 2, get 1 free on select exterior paint and stain via mail-in rebate. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mist tints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Need life insurance but don't know where to start? Your State Farm agent can help you understand your options so you can choose the right life insurance coverage to protect your family. Contact your local State Farm agent or visit statefarm.com to get started today.
The Fan app, now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Got a new ball game. It's a 4-3 lead for the Rays. Still out there for the Braves on the mound, Pierce Johnson. Johnson will face 7, 8, 9 for the Rays in the bottom of the 6th inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Rays. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Braves. Coco Montez will take a called strike. Braves needed that inning, able to take advantage of a walk, a hit batter, and 2 errors. And the Braves were off to the races as well, stealing a few bags. Here's the 0-1. Strike. Good curveball. Now it's up to Pierce Johnson. Keep the momentum on the Braves side with a shutdown inning. 0-2 to Montez. Check swing. He went strike 3. Good curveball. And a good start here in the 6th inning. That's the first time since the 2nd inning they've gotten the leadoff man.
Yeah, Pierce Johnson, we know he loves to throw his curveball about 70+% of the time. I remarked to you guys in between innings, that's his curveball today is more what we're used to. It's been a little bit lateral early in the season. Today it looks good. And, he depends so much on that pitch. You're seeing the results thus far.
Now facing Jake Mangum. Mangum sends one foul. So in other words, if he continues with that curveball, this version of it, we're going to start seeing him later in games.
Yeah, we know Pierce, last year threw with the 7th inning a lot of times because he has that curveball that lefties and righties really struggle to hit. And that's such a valuable guy to have in the back end of your bullpen.
0-1 pitch and a ground ball up the middle and a base hit by Mangum. That's his first hit of the series. 1-out single for him. And Taylor Walls to the plate. Folks, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? It's made with peppers, vinegar, salt. Perfect balance to make the food that you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. One on, one gone for Taylor Walls. Switch hitter batting left. Kickoff over to first, and Mangum just does beat the throw back in. That was a good move by Pierce.
Yeah, he's got quick feet. Yeah, the feet being the restricting factor on right-handers throwing to first base. Quick move there.
Big lead by Mangum. He bluffs at first, pitches the ball high, 1-0. Austin Riley even with a bag at third. In fact, upon the pitch being fired just a moment ago, the toes of his feet there on the grass. One-oh pitch. Strike call. Outside corner with a fastball.
Pierce worked in the first game of the series, did have a base stolen off of him. He does slide step sometimes. His default delivery is a pretty high leg kick, a little more deliberate to the plate. So he's going to try to manage Mangum over there first.
There goes Mangum. 1-1 is outside. Throw down by Murphy. One hop throw that was just a little bit late. And Mangum with a stolen base.
Yeah, he happened to pick a pitch to go where it was a high leg kick from Pierce. It wasn't too slow, probably a 1.4-ish to the plate, 1.4 seconds. But Pierce throwing so many curveballs, that's a slower pitch to get to the plate and a harder one to throw on than a fastball for Murphy.
6 stolen bases now for Mangum. 2 balls and a strike on Walls. Johnson a glance to second. Second glance to second. 2-1 to the plate. And a strike. Wind is blowing straight out to center field. Rays 4, Braves 3, bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside with a curveball. Two from Johnson. Fouled back into the screen. Be a big out right here. We got to face Yandy Diaz with a man in scoring position. You'd rather do it with 2 outs. Diaz waiting patiently on deck, holding a weighted bat over there, swinging it with one hand. Here's Johnson set right at the letters. And the 3-2 pitch on the way to Taylor Walls. Missed high with ball 4. Bottom of the order, setting the table for Yandy Diaz. Braves just scored 3 times in the top of the inning and erased what was a 4-run deficit all the way down to now a 1-run deficit. Rays trying to get a little bit more breathing room. Here's the pitch to Diaz. Missed inside with a curve. And a 1-0 count now on Yandy Diaz. This guy's been on base twice. He's homered, he's walked, he's scored twice. And one of the most dangerous hitters in their order. Runners take their leads at first and second. Pierce Johnson wheels around and just looks back Mangum to second base. And Ozzie Albies is bird dogging him out there. One-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Curveball in the inside corner.
Chris Sale being that dominant lefty kept a couple good left-handed bats on the Rays bench. You might see Aranda or Lau here at some point in this game. 2 really dangerous left-handed hitters.
1-1 to the plate. And that'll be sent foul over the rooftop and out of sight. Strikeout will be nice, that's for sure. Chris Sale went 4 1/3 innings. Gave up 4 runs, 3 earned. And then Pierce Johnson took over for the final 2 outs of the 5th inning, still on here in the 6th. 1-2 pitch, and that will be a pitch timer violation. Diaz is backing out of there. He saw the pitch clock hit 000. And the pitch was delivered by Pierce Johnson, but home plate umpire Tom Hanahan wipes that off. And a 2-2 count. Ready with a 2-2. Pierce cuts it loose. Fouled back. Just did touch the curveball. Still a 2-2 count. And Tom Hanahan gets 6 new baseballs. Again, the 2-2 pitch on the way to Yandy Diaz. Got him looking, strike 3, the late strike 3 call. Wow. And I don't blame Yandy Diaz for being upset with that, but the Braves will take it. Tom Hanahan got a nice long look at it, paused for a beat or two, and then ring him up.
Yeah, really nice frame there from Murph behind the dish. Caught it right at its highest point and held it there for Hanahan. Sean might have stolen one there for Pierce.
And now Jonathan Aranda's name is introduced, and the Braves will change pitchers. Here comes Brian Snitker, who will make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. And if you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. 4-3 Rays. We'll introduce you to the new Braves pitcher when we come back here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
SpringFest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Next Level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, Afoxolaner, Moxidectin, and Pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's
after they played at 3 runs in the top of the 6th. On to relieve Pierce Johnson. Big righty, Enyel De Los Santos. Enyel pitched the bookends of the Philadelphia series, going 2 1/3 total innings with 3 strikeouts. He's been a really nice surprise early this season in the Braves bullpen. Pitched in 6 games with a 1.42 ERA. Big situation here against Jonathan Aranda, a dangerous left-handed hitter that usually starts at first base for these Rays.
Aranda hit a home run yesterday, and he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his career versus De Los Santos. Now, De Los Santos has an issue with his PitchCom device, and I think they got it figured out now, or do they? Oh, Sean Murphy's going to walk out there alongside Tom Hanahan. So De Los Santos takes off his hat, takes out the device, trying to see if it works or not. No. Tom Hanahan motions to the Braves dugout for them to bring out a new device. Well, that one isn't working. Final game of this series, Braves and the Rays. Rays won Friday night 6-3. Braves won yesterday afternoon 5-4. And here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's 4-3 Rays. They have runners at first and second, 2 down. Let's see if this new device works. Enyel nods his head, says yes.
I wonder how many years it's going to take for pitchers to not know how to use signs anymore.
That's a good point. It's going to go extinct.
Yeah. No need for it anymore.
Got the catchers with those remote devices on their shin guards. And they punch up what they want, and that's into the pitcher's ear. Jonathan Aranda takes a first pitch strike. They give not only pitch desire by the catcher, but also location as well, right?
Yeah, it's one-stop shop. You get it all.
A 1-2 Aranda. That'll miss outside. And is it true that you can change up the sound of the voice on the other end?
Yeah, you can. You get it. I know you can do it in English and Spanish. I'm guessing there's Japanese and Korean and all the languages in there, too.
1-1 to Aranda. That'll miss inside. So is it just a computerized voice, or is it like Siri talking to you?
It's not as nice as Siri. I don't think they've put as much time into making their AI voice sound that good. But you can't get like James Brown or anything on there.
2-1, swung on miss.
Samuel L. Jackson in your ear. That'd be great.
On a James Earl Jones PitchCom device. Jonathan Aranda, pinch hitting for Curtis Mead. Runners at first and second. 2 down, big pitch right here. 2-2. Fouled back into the screen. Aranda's such a tough out. He had 3 hits yesterday, 2 singles, a homer. He also walked twice, including once with the bases loaded, and drove in 3 runs. Aranda batting .378 on the young season. Time call as he backs out of there right as De Los Santos is about to deal. Rays 4, Braves 3, and De Los Santos trying to keep them right there. They have Mangum at second, Walls at first. Both those guys can fly. Ready now, De Los Santos. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back into the screen again. Just to touch the changeup. For the Rays, 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the fourth, 1 run in the fifth. They get a homer back in the first inning from Yandy Diaz. For the Braves, all 3 runs came in the top of the 6th inning. De Los Santos a glance at Mangum. And the 2-2 pitch. A rocket into right field, in for a base hit. Mangum gets the turn at third base. Here's the throw out of right field from Kelenic. 1 up to the plate, too late. It's now a 5-3 lead for the Rays. Down to second base, Aranda, who strikes again. And they've got him at second and third with 2 down, leading 5-3 in the 6th. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, I mentioned those pitch hitters sitting on the bench because when I used to play, I would always keep track of who's on the bench to pinch hit. And you look at it today, the Rays have some pretty good options there because they didn't want those guys facing Chris Sale to start the game.
Now you got to limit the damage. Who's Caminero? Right on right matchup. First pitch he sees, stroked way up in the air, deep left field. This is trouble. That is gone. It's a 3-run home run by Junior Caminero. That was launched over the left field wall, and it's now an 8-3 lead for the Rays here in the 6th. So De Los Santos, who had been doing very well, caught upon some tough situations for the Braves, comes on and gives up the base hit to Aranda to drive in a run, and then the home run to Caminero. And the Braves, who had just made it a 1-run game, now give up a big bottom of the 6th inning and find themselves trailing by 5. The inning will continue now for Christopher Morel. And there's a ball outside. One ball and no strikes. Pitch on the way to Morel. That'll be nub foul. One ball and one strike. One pitch. That'll be fouled off.
This Park, man. We got Yahoo fans standing up in front of us. We got to be able to see the game.
One ball and two strikes on Christopher Morel. And the 1-2 pitch. That'll reach and a miss for strike three. Well, that'll end the sixth inning, but lots of damage done as the Rays get the big home run from Junior Caminero. And as we enter the top of the seventh, it's 8-3 Tampa Bay.
La fiesta de primavera en Lowe's trae ahorros imperdibles. Compra 3 bolsas de tierra para jardín Miracle Grow de 0.75 pies cúbicos y obtén 3 gratis. Además, compra 2 pinturas y tintes para exteriores selectos y obtén 1 gratis con reembolso por correo. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/16. Excluye Alaska y Hawái. Selección varía por lugar. Oferta excluye liquidación y mal tintados. No combinable con otra oferta.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Top of the seventh, Braves trailing the Rays 8-3. Got some work to do here after the Braves played at 3 in the top of the sixth. The Rays answered with 4 in the bottom. Here we stand. New lefty for the Rays on the pitch, Garrett Clevenger.
So he's got himself a 5-run lead. And Brian De La Cruz now climbing in for the Braves, pinch hitting for Jared Kelenic. He'll swing and miss. Did you think we were about to get into a rumble there in the bottom of the sixth inning with the fans?
Isn't that ironic? We were talking about fisticuffs today when we were eating pregame meal.
We were, yeah.
Thought we almost had one. We almost had a Donnybrook in the booth.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss high. Well, for folks out there listening, and obviously don't know what our setup is like because we're working here at Steinbrenner Field. It's a minor league ballpark. Seats about 11,000. Big crowd. And the Rays have done a great job doing the best they can with these circumstances. There's a ball outside. Check swing didn't go. The last row of the stadium is right under our booth. And we have these windows right in front of us that are open. So if fans in the last 2-3 rows stand up, they're in our line of sight. We can't see anything. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way to De La Cruz. That'll be sent foul. And obviously the ballpark's loud, and if we're trying to broadcast a game, I don't want to holler at the fans because that's not going to sound good going to the microphone. So I've got a little pile of wadded up paper, not very big, and I'll just lob it out there and get a fan's attention, then kindly ask if they'll sit down in the seat. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That'll miss high. And what I've been doing, it's been working up until now, I'll lob a little sheet of piece of paper out there and smile. So when they turn around, I'm immediately disengaging them, just trying to let them know I'm trying to have fun, but also get their attention. Hey, you mind sitting down so I can see? 3-2 pitch. There's a called third strike. That's a nice slider. And one down here in the inning. Well, that just took place here. Had a pretty good shot. Got the guy right in the back of the neck. Just a soft little piece of paper. Nothing malicious. And he did not like that.
Did not.
And, you know, I got to get you to sit down. And I just muted my mic and said, hey, I'm just trying to get your attention because I can't holler at you. I just need to be able to see. You can stand, just go to your left or your right. Pitch on the way to Nick Allen, and that'll miss high. And I guess he thought that I was being degrading by...
I did too,
Ben.
Frankly, I thought it was pretty rude what you did.
I didn't know a better way to get his attention.
I'm over here licking my knuckles, getting ready to fight.
As you pull your brass knuckles out of your bag, there's a called strike.
Well, that guy was freakishly tall, too. He had to be, I don't know, 6'6". Like the villain in Happy Gilmore. I'll see you in the parking lot.
There's a 1-1 pitch on the way to Nick Allen. And there's a call strike. It doesn't bother me. I'm trying to do my job, and he's trying to have a good time. I just want to be able to see the action.
Yeah, I'm not sure his big head would fit through these tiny windows we're looking through either, so we would have been safe in here.
1-2 to Nick Allen. And he'll swing and miss at strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts of De La Cruz and Allen. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. It's up to Eli White trying to keep the Braves out of a 1-2-3 inning. No, we're not. We're trying to get into it with anybody. Just trying to kindly get somebody's attention, and that's the best way we have to do it in this ballpark. Nobody's getting hurt with a little sheet of paper. Eli White take a strike on the inside corner.
Well, I don't think we'll have that problem in Toronto.
Not at all. There's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss low. This is a little love letter out the window.
He listens like my kids. You asked him to sit down, then he thinks about his being offended. He stands back up to tell you, hey, don't throw stuff at me.
1-1 to Eli White. Check swing, you went 1-2.
Could you bark at me from the seat, please?
I mean, if you can come up with a better means for me to communicate with fans that can't hear me, I'm all ears.
Spitballs. Next time. You'll never know where it came from.
And I could borrow your blow dart gun, but that might be a little extreme. That swung on and missed. Speaking of blow darts, that's what the entire inning was full of right there, as they strike out the side. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch, which is brought to you by 13 Heroes. It's a premium line of spirits. You found it.
Springfest at Lowe's means can't miss savings for your home and lawn. Right now, buy 3 bags, get 3 free on Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil. Plus, buy 2, get 1 free on select exterior paint and stain via mail-in rebate. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mist tints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Tampa.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Well, we move on to the bottom of the 7th here at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Braves trailing the Rays 8-3. We have a new pitcher for the Braves and a new Brave, Michael Peterson, big right-hander, 6'7", 195 pounds, just called up from Gwinnett today as the Braves option A.J. Smith-Shawver down there. Peterson's a 30-year-old, and all together in his career for two different teams, the Dodgers and the Marlins, all coming last season. He pitched in 16 games, 19.2 innings pitched, and 14 strikeouts. I believe he made a couple of appearances this year down there for the Gwinnett Stripers, so we'll see if he can give them a couple good quality innings here at the back end of this game.
By the way, a couple other defensive changes. Brian De La Cruz remains in the ball game. He goes to left field, and Eli White has moved from left field to right field. And here in the third game of this series, my chair just broke.
Everything's breaking here, Ben.
Back of my chair has just completely come unlatched. That became a stool. Jose Caballero takes a called strike. It's an 8-3 lead for the Rays here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First time we've seen Peterson.
Okay.
Big, tall right-hander. Kicks and fires an 0-1. Funny swing there. Got him to go out for the cutter. Here in the 7th, it's Caballero, and then Jansen and Montez. 0-2 pitch. Missed high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I told you before the game I had the most useless piece of information about the Rays, because every now and then when we study up, we'll just come across some real nonsense.
I love it when you start like that.
Well, it's an 8-3 game. So now's the perfect time. 1-2 pitch. Had to miss low and outside. The Rays are in their 28th season as a franchise, right? There have been a lot of guys come through the door down there.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of players on their roster over the 28 seasons that they have been playing here in Tampa. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Jose Caballero. That'll miss high. Would you like to guess how many guys named Ray have ever played for the Rays?
Oh, man.
I'll let you marinate on that one. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That'll be sent foul. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
3 balls and 2 strikes on Jose Caballero. The pitch on the way. Got him looking. Nice fastball on the inside corner to get Caballero. And 1 down here in the 7th. Now, it has to be the spelling just like the team. R-A-Y.
First or last or both?
First name Ray. How many guys named Ray?
My friend Chris Ray played for the Rays, so I know there's at least 1, but he doesn't count, huh?
That wouldn't count. We're talking about first names.
I would guess 4.
Okay, not a bad guess. Danny Jansen takes a ball high. They've never had a guy named Ray play for the Rays. With an R-A-Y spelling.
Raymond?
There have been 2 R-E-Ys.
Oh.
Ordonez and Sanchez. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Jansen takes a ball inside. The mascot is named Raymond. But as far as players go, with the first name Ray, the Rays have never had a Ray. Now, I had some help from Jeff Lombardi on researching that, and he said, do you want me to also look up guys named Jay to play for the Blue Jays? I said, absolutely.
Wow.
Here's a 2-0 pitch on the way to Danny Jansen. And there's a called strike.
I was going to say, I didn't know. I know you got some free time in the hotel room, but I didn't think you were going to take all that time to look that up. Oh, nice assist by Jeff.
He was all over it. He couldn't wait to look that information up. 2 balls and a strike on Danny Jansen. Pitch on the way from Peterson. Fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think that was the guy's name that I was throwing wads of paper at. I think he looked like a Ray. Well, Stingray up here.
Stingray, yeah. He's still here. You scared him off.
He took off. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Jansen with a ground ball out to third base. On the other end now, Austin Riley. And a good throw across. And 2 down in the inning. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot Bayou sauce. So Stingray took off?
Yeah, you ran him off, Ben.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
You emasculated him by pegging him with a piece of paper.
2 down for Coco Montez. Rays have not gone down in order a single time of the game. Could be coming right here. Backhand snag by Riley on a ground ball to third. And a nice scoop on the backhand side by Olson. And a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. 8-3 Tampa Bay.
The Ego Power Plus Savings Event is on at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. That's a $299 value. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/16. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Next Level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, Afoxolaner, Moxidectin, and Pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats...
In the top of the frame, score stands at 8-3. We got a new pitcher, right-hander Ray Englert. Nope, name's Mason. Nobody named Ray is allowed to play for the Rays. So Mason Englert, 25-year-old right-hander. 6'4", 205. He's kind of settled into a long relief role here for the Rays. Last time he pitched, he threw 3 innings versus the Anaheim Angels.
Easy Michael Harris. Top of the order for the Braves. Ball one high from Englert. So Englert follows Clevenger. They've gone Boyle, Montgomery, Clevenger, and Englert. 8 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Rays. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Braves. Michael Harris takes a called strike. Boy, the 6th inning was an explosion. The Braves scored 3 times, and then the Rays scored 4 times. And then both teams went down 1-2-3 in the 7th. 1-1, high chopper off the plate. Englert has it, has to hurry, throws a dart to first, gets the out.
Ben, you enjoy an occasional cigar, don't you?
Indeed.
You know Tampa's called the Cigar City?
Uh-huh.
You know, at one point, Tampa was pretty deep in the cigar business. And I was curious why, in 1880, Cuban cigar magnate Vicente Martinez Ybor moved his cigar factory here. You been to Ybor City?
Yeah. That's named for him.
Yeah, he started the whole cigar industry here in Tampa. And it really flourished.
All right, I got something I want you to look up then. There's a pitch on the way to Austin Riley. He'll swing and miss. Well, they still have the J.C. Newman Company here.
Yeah.
That's a cigar factory. J.C. Newman's some fine folks with some great stuff. But there was a baseball team here that was a minor league team named the Tampa Smokers. What a cool name for a team. 0-1 pitch. That'll miss outside.
1919 to 1950. So it just so happened he moved the cigar industry here at the same time Henry Plant built railroads.
Uh-huh.
So they had 200 factories pumping out 700 million cigars a year here in Tampa.
200 factories?
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. That'll be slow and outside. 2-1.
So one of my favorite beers now is Cigar City, one of my favorite breweries down here in Tampa. And I was always thinking, why do they call that? And so it's all Ybor. Hence Ybor City, a nightlife district here in Tampa. He started it all.
There's a 2-1 pitch on the way to Austin Riley. That's going to be hit well into left field. Humpback liner down for a base hit. Got a hold of a changeup. And Austin on for the first time. So they had 200-something factories here. So no wonder they had a baseball team named the Tampa Smokers.
Yeah.
That was what the city was known for at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole industry was based here in Tampa.
Up to the plate now, Stuart Fairchild. He'll be pinch hitting for Marcell Ozuna. Remember, Marcell wasn't running all that well in the 6th inning. So Stuart Fairchild will pinch hit for him. Here's the offering from Englert. It'll be chopped foul. I always loved that old uniform. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the Tampa Smokers uniforms, but you know how it's custom, and for a baseball uniform, you got the team name in cursive with the line going underneath the word, just like the Dodgers have. They have that line under Dodgers. Braves have the tomahawk under Braves. Well, in this case, here's the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball down the left field line, but foul. It said Smokers in cursive, and then the line under the word Smokers had a cigar inside the line.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool looking design.
Boy, that's pretty neat.
Isn't that neat? Nice black and red color scheme.
Yeah, large Cuban diaspora here in Tampa. A lot of Cubans live here. Invented one of my favorite sandwiches as well.
Here's the 0-2 to Fairchild. And a swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup. So that'd be a good combination. Get a Cuban sandwich and then a good cigar right after that.
Maybe a little rum. Call it a night.
Trailing 8-3. Take the whole bottle. 2 down here in the 8th inning. Braves down 8-3. Matt Olson up at the plate. And you can only wonder how this day might have been different for Matt. Pitch misses a little bit high. We mentioned this earlier. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single, and he's just a whisker away 3 times actually, from being 3 for 3 with a homer. He's been doing his part, swinging the bat very well. Just hasn't seen the results that he would like. And Matt tees off to deep center field. Jake Mangum in pursuit to the wall, goes up and somehow robbed Olson. And that's just another chapter in the book of the unlucky nature of Matt Olson that we have seen today. He just robbed him. Matt's got to be thinking, what else do I have to do? That would have hit off the wall on the fly, and that's a great catch by Mangum, who made the grab and then went torso first into the padded wall. That ends the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the inning.
The Ego Power Plus Savings Event is on at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. That's a $299 value. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/16. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Keep your air conditioning. For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, Doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
First pitch at the bottom of the 8th, swung on a miss by Jake Mangum. Peterson throwing 97 with that fastball. Rays 8, Braves 3. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mangum just made a great defensive play in the top of the inning, now leading off the bottom of the inning. Check swing on a high heater. He did commit. No balls, 2 strikes. Peterson looking for a strikeout, and so is Rusty Kirk, as Rusty is our competitor this evening in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Michael Peterson can strike out the side, then Rusty Kirk will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. 0-2 as Peterson comes set. Eyeing a strikeout. And the 0-2 pitch came low and inside. Our contestant, Rusty Kirk, would be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. You could too. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. Ball and 2 strikes on the pitch on the way to Jake Mangum. Fouled back. Just didn't get a stitch of that fastball. Peterson throwing hard.
Yeah, he is. It's a fastball averaging right around 97 miles an hour. He's been up to 98. You mentioned he's 6'7". He looks significantly heavier than 195 pounds. That number might be a few years old. But
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's moving pretty good.
Ready with his 1-2. Draws back and fires. Fouled back into the screen again.
He also has a cutter as his primary off-speed pitch, and then he has a changeup, a sinker, and a slider he'll mix in sparingly.
One and 2 on Mangum. Peterson brings it. That'll be sent foul. By the way, I know you're talking about the cigar industry in Tampa. Got a good nugget passed to me from my buddy Davis, who you know,
yeah,
in LJ. Said that more Cuban tobacco cigars were rolled in Tampa than in Cuba in the heyday of the industry pre-embargo.
Wow.
So this place was capital of the cigar world. That'll miss low.
Davis doesn't miss a game, does he?
Doesn't. Great fan, great friend.
Well, we know who to talk to if we need any cigar facts.
Yeah. Eight 3 Rays. Good battle here between Peterson and Mangum. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again. For the Rays, 8 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. For the Braves, 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. A nod by Peterson as the right-hander comes set of the belt. And his 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Rusty Kirk is holding on with every pitch as he's our contestant in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Can get 3 strikeouts if you don't get the first one. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way. And Mangum takes the ball low and inside. This will be the 11th pitch of the battle between Peterson and Mangum. And the 3-2 and a chopper to short. Allen waits on the second hop, gets rid of it quickly. Nice play. In time for the out, 1 down. Well, he knew he had the speedy wheels of Mangum burning down the first base line, but he had to play that extra bounce because that's just the way it came out there. And man, he got rid of it quickly. 1 down.
Sorry, Rusty.
Yeah, no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, unfortunately.
Might not want one, Rusty. I mean, those are nice vehicles. I own one, and the rats won't stop chewing on the wires. They're killing me, buddy. Killing me.
There's Taylor Walls. He'll take a ball low and in. Where are you storing that thing?
It's up at, we have a little mountain cabin, and we keep the ATV up there. And man, they make a home in there in the winter and just eat the wires for lunch. And I have to go up there and try to rewire the thing without killing myself.
There's a 1-0 pitch to Walls. That'll be fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the problem got so bad we had to build a storage barn, which isn't cheap. So, Rusty, you're saving yourself money. But please do play again.
Just make sure you have a good place to store it.
Yeah.
Ball and a strike on Taylor Walls. 8-3 Rays in the bottom of the eighth. 1-1 pitch, and Walls takes the ball high and outside.
Yeah, the error in that whole equation is me not using it enough. Rodents don't like it if the thing is moving and it's constantly getting hot and cold. I just got to use it more.
So you're the problem.
I'm the problem.
There's a 2-1 pitch. Walls hits one straight up into the air. Under it, Allen and Albies fighting the brilliant sunshine. Allen's got it and makes the catch as he backpedals into the grass of center field. Braves in the ninth will have Albies, Murphy, and De La Cruz due up. It was good to see the Braves fight back with that 3-run sixth inning, make it a 1-run game. But then quickly the Rays yanked back in that tug of war. And they put up 4 runs in the bottom of the sixth and have a comfortable 8-3 lead. Yandy Diaz takes the ball outside. Have you been checking what's happening at the Masters this afternoon?
I have not checked, but I want to state it to our listeners that both of my picks are doing very well.
There's a 1-0 pitch. Inside, you picked who? Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy was my emotional pick, and then that was before he went thermonuclear yesterday on the front nine, and Ludwig Oberg is doing well. I think he was in 4th place, so okay. I got 1st and 4th.
2-0 to Diaz. Fouled back over to our right. Rory McIlroy, as Jay Shed tells us, a 3-stroke lead through 7 at the Masters.
Well, I hope he does it. Be just the 6th golfer, I believe, to complete the career Grand Slam, winning all 4 majors. Really, he's tried many times and came up short.
There's the 2-1. Not his best swing, and miss at a fastball 2-2. Does Rory and who? DeChambeau?
Yep. Yeah, those are the 2 most likely. Corey Connors just behind him. Oberg's up there. It's going to be a fun afternoon watching that.
2-2 to Diaz. Softly tapped out to third, charging Riley. Gloves, exchanges, fires. That's a great play. Really nice play by Riley, and a good stretch off the bag by Olson. And that's out number 3. So that's 6 up and 6 down by Peterson. Unfortunately, the Braves trailing big. We head to the top of the 9th, 8-3 Tampa Bay.
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing. Right, Blooper?
Springfest deals are still in full swing at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of Stay Green Premium Color 2 cubic foot mulch for only $10. And get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $300 when you buy 2 or more select GE kitchen appliances of $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Rolling into the top of the 9th. Final call for the Braves, trailing 8-3 in the rubber game of this series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Albies, Murphy, and De La Cruz here in the 9th. Still Englert on the mound for the Rays. And the first pitch from Englert. Nestles in a called strike. First pitch curveball. Well, the Braves are hoping to win a series on the road for the first time this year. And also win back-to-back games for the first time this season. But trailing by 5 runs, Ozzie kills one, but foul. Deep down the right field line and out of here. And unless they have a big comeback here in the 9th, that'll have to wait. Braves head to Toronto after this game. Seeing back-to-back AL East teams. The Rays here for 3, and then the Blue Jays for the next 3. And if the Braves can't come back and win this game, they will drop to 4-11 in their first 15 games of the season. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way from the righty, Englert. In the dirt. And a 2-2 count. Correction, 1-2. Got a little bit too far ahead. Ball and 2 strikes on Ozzie. Ozzie batting .237. 3 home runs on the season. 1-2 pitch and a soft ground ball. Going to be a challenging play for their shortstop Walls. Up with it, throws over too late. Infield single for Ozzie Albies.
Yeah, Ozzie was sniffing that right off the bat. He just tapped that and ran, man. He knew it right when he hit it. He was going to get to first base and get that single.
It's his second hit. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and a steal. Also an RBI today. Here's Sean Murphy.
So the exit velo on that single was 65. Just juxtapose that with how hard Matt Olson has hit these balls today.
Exactly. Doesn't add up, does it?
It doesn't.
Murphy with a hard hit ball, knocks Walls down, picks up, recovers to second for 1 to first for 2. And that's exactly what you're talking about. That thing was stung so hard. Sonic boom off the bat of Sean Murphy, but Walls, who goes to the ground, spins, pops up, and starts a 6-4-3 double play.
Yeah, I'm going to guess 107 on that.
I'd say it's about right. You're not too far off.
Well, the internet has quit. We'll go with 107.
There's a called strike on De La Cruz. Only fitting that your Wi-Fi would crap out here in the final inning.
We need to fly north, Ben.
There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Brian De La Cruz. That'll miss high.
I will miss Florida, but I won't miss the booth. It's not because of the company in here. It's just the accommodations.
Here's a 1-1. That's popped up towards foul ground and out of play. I've been in deer stands that were a lot roomier than this booth. Braves down to their final strike. One-two pitch. This low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, I just got the exit velocity on the Murphy double play.
Okay.
You're low.
Wow.
111.
Wow.
111.
I mean, that's Murphy's killing balls right now.
Has nothing to show for it.
Continued his hot hitting here today. Hitting balls hard.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Right-hander Englert was ready to deal, and De La Cruz requests time. Fans on their feet. Rays fans rooting for one more strike. Rays just dropped 2 out of 3 to the Angels, so to bounce back, taking 2 out of 3 from the Braves, exactly what they're looking for. 2-2 pitch, swung on, missed, strike 3, and the Rays win the game and the series. Well, the 4-run 6th inning puts the Rays over the top. They don't look back after that, and they win this rubber game here on a gorgeous Sunday in Tampa. For the Braves in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. Back with the totals after this.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
We engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever.
Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay to store bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo regular rates apply. Xfinity